What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Cohen YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. And we are moving some of our solo miners inside. So we have the Bidax set up right here, the little Bidax garden. It's not quite a farm yet, but I had some Avalon Nano 3s. They were actually stacked up right here, and I'm moving those into my kids' closet. So two of them, that's what, I think they're 120 or 140 watts. We'll check that. So that's about what, 300 watts, a little bit less than 300 watts that we're going to be moving into that room because it's starting to get a little cool outside. It's not cold, but it's getting cool, so we can start to bring some of that heat production inside. Obviously, two Nano 3s is not going to heat up their room, but I can at least get some of that electric load out of the garage because we're pretty close to the limit. I was actually testing out a new computer in here the other day, and I kicked the breaker, and I'm like, do I really have that much plugged in? But I have, 3 Bidaxes, I had 2 Nanos, I have a Mars lander over there. I also had my AE Box 2 plugged in over here, just doing some testing. I got a little mini computer, and then I had that computer plugged in, which had a 4070 Super. So, and I forgot, because all this, it didn't kick the actual breaker, it kicked the little trip protector on the surge bar or whatever, because I have like a surge bar behind it. So I was like, you know what, I'm doing too much on one plug. But anyway, let me flip this around and show you where I put my Nanos at and my idea for cooling the Nanos. So I'm actually going to reach out to, I think it's Crypto Cloaks that does a lot of the like ducted 3D prints for a lot of the miners, and I think they said they were going to be making something for Nanos to like slot in for cooling, because Nanos have a little bit of issue. At least the Nano 3s have an issue with their standard cooling setup. Let's come on in. Hey. All right, guys. So this is in. Hold on. Wipe the camera here. There we go. So this is in my kids' closet up in the top, next to the book bags and stuff. Got both of them hashing. One is on medium and one's on high. That one's on high. Anyway, if I've noticed, if you place these vertically, these are the Nano 3s, not the 3Ss, where the power plug's at the bottom, because there's some kind of voltage chip or voltage regulator that gets hot on these, that causes them input voltage problems, and then you end up with poor performance, or it'll say like incompatible charger, and that's with the OEM charger. A lot of people told me, and I told other people, and they've had a lot of luck. Turn them vertically. Now, if they've already gotten hot, overheated, and something's broken or messed up, then there's no fixing it. But yeah, have them vertical where the plug is at the bottom, so that way that chip is at the bottom, so you have your thermodynamics, heat rising, and you still have the fans pushing it out. So the coolest spot on this should be over in the bottom of this, because the heat's coming up and it's coming out. Whereas when they're sideways, I think it's heat soaking a little bit more, potentially. I've noticed mine seem to run better and more stable like this. But if I could have something to slot them in vertically, so I could put multiple in, I wouldn't worry about them falling over. And then maybe even a small low power fan behind them would be absolutely killer. So yeah, definitely gonna reach out to some of those 3D printing companies that they're doing stuff like that, because I like the Nano 3s. They just, the regular Nano 3s have a fatal flaw with the cooling design. So let's go jump on the computer and see what these bad boys are doing. What are they making? Are they profitable? Maybe. All right, guys, so here's the Canon Avalon Nano 3. We're over on ASIC Miner Value. Shout out, I love this website. But if you were to pool mine and mine Bitcoin, you'd be making 20 cents a day worth of Bitcoin. But you're burning 47 cents a day at 14 cents per kilowatt. Now, if you had a better power rate, this actually could be profitable. If you crank it down to 7 cents, actually 6 cents would make this break even. So under 6 cents, it would be profitable. So if you have solar, obviously it's all profitable, but if you have a regular traditional power rate, this unit's not profitable. It's burning more than it's making. Now, why am I running them? I am running these on solo mining. I'm not pool mining. So what that means is I'm trying to solve a Bitcoin block by itself. So if I solve that block, I get a whole Bitcoin block reward. You guys know about that. They call it lottery mining because the chances are slim to none. But I'm gonna let them run. They won't make a single dime. They're gonna make zero until they hit a block, if they hit a block. You know, we can only hope. Maybe one of these days it'll actually hit that block. But in the meantime, I'm just a dreamer. But at least now that residual heat from those 140 watts of getting burnt is getting output into that room. So that's offsetting a little bit of heat that would have needed to be burned by my AC unit or my HVAC unit to create heat for that room. Because I have electric heat. I'm in North Carolina. And yeah, just not the most efficient thing in the world to have electric heat, but it is what it is. It's better than nothing. So yeah, that's why I have those running. That's why I like these devices. You can find these on eBay in like the mid $100 range. You just have to be careful that you're not getting one that has issues. So as soon as you get it, plug it in and let it eat. Now it says these are $128. Where are they $128 at? August mining. I've never used August mining. Huh. Oh, they're not 128, that's 189. It's not a bad price. What about this price? 159, that's China inventory. Oh, that's their DCE miner. 159. Shipping, I think their shipping varies from state to state. But being that this is US inventory, I wonder if they do free shipping here as well. If you guys are interested, I do have a DCE miner code, so I'll put that link down below. I don't know if there's any active discounts right now. I know the discounts fluctuate in and out, but I think that might be the cheapest place to buy one brand new. Oh, Jingle Mining, 139. Actually, hold on, let's see this one. 139. I do know on Jingle Mining, I think they have pretty much a flat shipping rate of $50. So that ends up putting that up to 189. So yeah, puts them pretty close. But with that being said, for under $200, you could get 4 terahash, and these are brand new units. Now, to put that into perspective, if you were to go buy bid axes, for example, where are the bid axes at? Your cheapest bid axe is about $100 to get 1 terahash. So to get 4 terahash out of bid axes would cost you about $400. So there's definitely a cost savings going into this. Now there is the Nano 3S model, which does 6 terahash. Going to do a dedicated video on that because I have 2 of those. I'm moving those around as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace, adios, and let me know down below, do you guys have a Nano 3? Where are you running them? How are you running them? Etc.